Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I have two little breaker bars. One's a 1/4 inch, one's a 1/2 inch. One's a Craftsman, and one is, I don't know. It actually looks like an old Snap-on or an old New Britain, which New Britain made a lot of Craftsman back in the day. When I first saw this, I thought it's either Snap-on or Craftsman or New Britain. So this one doesn't need much, just a little carburetor cleaner, a little polish. That's all I'm going to do to this. This one I'm going to put it on the wire wheel, and I really can't put it in the, this is stiff right here. I've got a carburetor cleaner. This, hang on, see if I can break it loose now. Ooh. I can move it just barely. I probably should have soaked this for a few days before I started, but oh well. Put it in the vise, grab hold of it, and wiggle it a little bit with some carb cleaner. That should bust it loose. But anyways, that's what I'm doing today. Let's see what we wound up with. I'm going to go to the wire wheel. What I like about this, you can use it as extension, and it's a breaker bar. It's just, they don't make these. If they do, I don't see them anymore. They're probably more expensive than I can afford. So, but I think I got $3 in both of these. I got less than that, but I got pennies in that. Let's say that. Just want to show you one thing I like about this vise, how I got it set up, is that when I spray carburetor cleaner or whatever, it drips down onto the floor. So I don't have all that grease and grime all over my vise, and I don't have to, it's not so dirty. So I just want to show you. I like this vise now. It's handy. I'm trying to see if the ball bearing's down in, I think it is there. I hear it click, yep. There it is, click. It's not loose until it hits near the end, which I can see trash coming out. See the dirt coming out on the end there. So I'm just working the rust out of it. Of course, when I spray carb cleaner on this vise, it takes my wax off that I waxed it with. Oh well, I'll clean it back up. Man, that thing's stiff. I'm wondering if it's supposed to be that stiff. I don't think it's supposed to be that stiff. I think what I got is damage. Yeah, I think what I got is damage right there, right on the edge, because this one doesn't have the damage it does there. I wonder, oh yeah, I can see that. I don't know if you can see it. See the shiny spot? The shiny spot right there. So I wonder if I take a file. I got some small needle files and clean that up. Yeah, let me try that. Just showing you, my wife bought me a set of small needle files for Christmas. It's making a difference. I can tell, so. That's what it is. Someone's beat it. Yep. I don't want it too loose, but I want it freed up some. Yeah, I'm getting it now, a little more. Oh yeah, see now I can almost do it with my thumb. I might stop there. I don't want to do too much. You get them sometimes where they just flop, and I don't like that. Yeah, I can see where I'm working it. There we go. I like that. Once I get the socket on there, it'll move a little easier. All right, let's put it on the wire wheel and make it look good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I put this thing under a magnifying glass. I cannot find a name. All I can find is chromium vanadium. Hell, I can't pronounce it. I'm a redneck. These big words like that is well beyond me. Anyways, I still think this is either New Britain or Snap-on. And I know in the early days, in the early 30s, 20s and 30s, some companies would put name on their one big product in their box, and then these would be extras. Oh, that reminds me. Yep, that works good. See what I mean about it'll stay in one spot? You don't want to make it. See, sometimes you can get them, they're too loose, but that's perfect. That is perfect. And then you can, I haven't figured out yet. I mean, you could, yeah, I'm not sure what square on it. I think this is the square here. Hang on a second. Here Here it is. That's what I was looking for. See? I am starting to get a very good collection of these old school ratchets. And now I'm coming up with more and more extensions. It's just that most people don't know what these are when they're double-ended like that, which is cool. I'm happy. Well, what I'm gonna do next, I think I'm gonna clean this up and make it look halfway decent. I'm gonna wipe it down with some carb cleaner. And then I'm gonna go over to the fiber belt, the 1x30. I'm gonna put the medium on here, and then I'm gonna go to the fine, and then I'm gonna go to the fiber wheel. I need to change that one fiber wheel, but I need to use it up, so that's a good reason to use it. And this probably, I'm gonna have about an hour's worth of time in this, which most of you guys will probably think that's too much, but these are good. These are, if you never run across these, man, these things are awesome. You can use them as, I like the ones that have the receiver and slot in the bottom. You can use it as an extension and angle too. Anyways, clean the dirt off of this one real quick. This one, it's not gonna take much to make this one look decent. This one's in pretty good shape. These little 1/4 inchers, most people don't use them. I know a gentleman that has a small engine repair shop here in town. Now his guys will use these. A lot of small engine repair, if you can find one anymore. There's a lot of them shutting down, but we still have one locally. Anyways, that's what they use to clean a lot of their, or take apart their equipment. It's not in bad shape. Actually, looks pretty good. Yeah, I like my carburetor cleaner. For those of you who carburetor cleaner, I use carburetor cleaner when I'm bluing, and I know I've had people say that's expensive. It's really not that expensive. And here's what I might as well talk about it. This denatured alcohol right here to clean tools and the blue with, this can here cost me $21. I buy 10 of these. They're $2.18 a can. I buy them by the case. I normally buy one case. Well, okay, I take it back. I buy 2 cases a year. One I use to clean tools with, and one I use for everything. This makes great for cleaning graffiti, clean carburetor. I've cleaned throttle bodies, and somebody out there is going to say, yeah, you're not supposed to use this. Okay, you're not supposed to get any type of cleaner in the epoxy setting in the electrical unit on the throttle body. Common sense. If you don't know how to clean it, don't clean throttle bodies. It's an electrical component. Yes, you will damage it with carburetor cleaner. But anyways, I use carburetor cleaner for everything. And this stuff, you put it in this can, you try to pour it out of this can, it dribbles everywhere. It's like a baby slobbering baby food. It sucks. Why would I want to buy a can and pour it in here? Another added cost, when I have a directional spray, real easy to use, and I can limit the amount that I waste. This, I cannot limit the amount of the waste. You open that and you try to pour it, it dribbles all down the side. It sucks. Why would I want to buy another bottle to use this stuff? Yeah, I would probably never buy denatured alcohol again. It was a waste of my money. This is not a waste of my money. I can use this for everything. I clean locks. If you're Corbin Westwin 5200 series lock, if you ever take one apart, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Any Corbin Westwin commercial lock set, you take apart, you clean it before you put it back together. This is what I use to clean it with. just about any hinge set, anything. And when I'm talking about hinges, I'm talking 4.5 to 5 inch hinges or continuous hinges set. If you ever seen a continuous hinge set, it's 6 foot long or longer. You got to clean it every once in a while, especially if you live on a dirt road, gravel road, or have let's say a high air intake on a control unit. That's way above you guys. Most of you guys won't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I use this stuff for everything. I can't spray this stuff. And no, I'm not going to buy a spray bottle and put it in a spray bottle when it's added cost. When this, I can take the nozzle off and put this in my tool bag and carry it very simply. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyways, let's get back to this. Yeah, this is not going to need much. Like I said, guys, if you find something you're comfortable and you use it, and you like how to use it, use it. Don't let anybody tell you unless you want to try it, you know, and I just don't like wasting my money. My money's very hard to come by, and I don't like wasting it. Once I find something that's a very good quality product, I use it. All right, let's go to the fiber belt. I think that's what I want to do next. All right, guys, what I'm going to do now, this is a fiber belt. It's fibrous. It's not like, this is sandpaper. I believe this is a 120, no, this is an 80 grit, P80. It's 80 grit. It's worn, but this is fiber. It looks like Scotch-Brite. Anyways, 357 Magdad turned me on to these. So I got a medium on here, and I'll run over most of it, and then I'll go over with the fine. All right, medium, this is the fine belt. And I don't know, I'll say this, I'm just an amateur at this, so, you know, I do what I think works for me. This fine belt, I don't know if it's finer than the Scotch-Brite wheels, the fiber wheels that's on my grinders. Sometimes I'll go to the grinder and use the fiber wheel and then come over here and use the fiber belt. I really can't tell that much difference. I don't know if this is around 400 or 600 grit, but it doesn't seem very rough. I'm just saying on this fine. So I just want people to know that I'll go from, this is a fibrous wheel. If you look real close, it's not stone. It's real soft. It's like Scotch-Brite material. I'll sometimes go to this and then go to this. Sometimes, like this time, I'm going to this. And I think this one is 600 grit. But of course, I've lost the paper. And Chinese, and I don't care. Okay, this is a fiber wheel here, and I will say one thing about these. This is a 6-inch buffer from Harbor Freight, and the way it's designed and sloped and shaped, the motor, you get more use out of these wheels and buffers on these, and it gives you more room to maneuver where the other motors, the big grinder motors and the wire wheel motors that you put wheels and grinders and stones and stuff on, they're bigger, they're thicker. Let's see, the housing's thicker, and you can't get your tool up there, and you'll lose some space on your wheel. That's just something I'll throw out there. Anyways, let's run this over. I don't know if you can see, but this is the spot that I just ran over. It's a little brighter than this, where the medium belt. If you can see that. That's the side I haven't hit, that's the side I hit. All right, now I'm gonna polish. I just want to show you, that's what the fiber wheel. So I went from the wire wheel to the medium grit. This is the medium grit 10 by 30 fiber belt, and then I went to the medium belt, and then I went to the wire, or excuse me, over here. Let's see, guys, over where my thumb's at. This is a composite wheel, which I showed that earlier. Well, here's a big one. And it's just like I said, it looks like it's fibrous material. I call it Scotch-Brite. So if you guys hear me call it Scotch-Brite wheel, that's what I call it. But now I'm gonna buff this. And I lost my big Sawzall blade, and I don't want to use a new, so I got a hacksaw blade. I'm gonna fluff this up before I put any medium on it. And I use black or gray, the Harbor Freight stuff. And I'm not using my vacuum. I should be. The problem is it's cold outside, and I don't like cold weather, and that vacuum sucks out the heat. So my shop, my rules, my tools, my rules, that's the way I go. So I'm a wuss, and right now in my shop it's 80 degrees and I like it. So anyways, let's get to buffing. All right, guys, they're polished up. Now I'm just going to use carpet cleaner to clean the excess rubbing compound off. You can see a little black there. That's the polishing compound. I say rubbing compound, I mean polishing compound. You know, I just thought of something. A little bit of dirt in that. Clean some of that out. Excuse me, that was a little dirtier than I thought it was. Excuse me. This little bar right here is just awesome to have. I'm glad I have it. Now I'm just going to throw a little wax, and this is for you guys mothers. I know some of you guys watch my videos, you know this, but there's some new ones that get on and like to answer all the questions I can. And I use wax to just help protect them. I mean, it's not gonna, it's not gonna protect them from leaving them outside, but if you're working on a radiator or a pump or, anything that could have some type of liquid that could sit and turn rust, it helps. It just eliminates the problem. Let's put it that way. And I like this wax. It cleans also as it waxes. Yeah, I'm going to wind up with a full collection of these. I think these I will use. And if you ever run across this kind of drive, you'll use them. Boy, someone's tearing up the road out here in the county. I hear the four-wheeler just hauling tail down the road right now. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at there. Nice little Craftsman 1/4 inch. Yeah, and it cleaned up great. She's got, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's got a good shine on the Craftsman. And it's a V-Series double line, which they made these for a number of years. Like I said, 1/4 inch is not something most people will use. I don't know, it's a handy little tool. Some of these are okay, but everything's free, nothing's locked up on it. It was for what I got in it, I think I got $1 or less in it. This, no name. I have to look this up. I think this is New Britain. I believe this is New Britain, and it's possible it's Snap-on. But this turned out nice. It was rusted pretty bad. This I have now, including this, I've got 3 pieces. And I think I have one more and I can't find it. And I may have stuck it in my truck. But here's the thing. Look at that. Let's see back this camera. I think I got too much. Now, check this out. Old school ratchet. This ratchet right here is probably close to 100 years old. It's a Craftsman BE series. Check this out. I mean, you've got your swivel built on to your breaker. I mean, if you needed it. And you got to remember, this is only 18 tooth, this ratchet. So you can put a lot of torque. And remember, when you use these, one way, and then you flip it over to go the other way. Now mind you, it's not a ratchet like this. So this one's what, 90 tooth probably? Oh, it's broke. Anyways, it's 90 tooth. It's completely different. I mean, oh, it's locked up because I don't have a switch on it. Anyways, it's completely different than the new style. This is old school right here. This is 100-year-old technology. But the torque on these, and you can switch. I mean, I got the short anvil, got the longer 6-inch anvil, and this is cool. Anyways, videos about this. If you find these, if you find the newer versions, it's got the receiver to receive a ratchet in the end. Pick it up. These are great buys. Anyways, I was just excited. I cleaned it up. I'm gonna have a full set now. I'm gonna be pretty happy when I get it all together, and I'll put it in a little special box. And I will use these. This is a usable, functioning tool, still to this day, even though it has this much age. And most people will see this, and they'll see a double anvil, and they won't know what it's for. And you can still find these in garage sales, estate sales, flea markets. They're worth buying. They really, really are. I mean, you may only use it once or twice in your life, but I guarantee you, if you need a breaker bar, when you need it, it makes a world of difference. It's just unreal how much torque you can put on these little boogers without breaking. You know, you can break a ratchet. If you break this, you're putting probably a 6-foot cheater bar on it, and 2 grown men are pushing on it. That's how it's getting broke. But anyways, this little breaker bar turned out really nice. It wasn't that bad a shape anyways, but it's still, I've got $2 in these items right here, less. I think I got less than that. I probably got closer to like $1.20 in both of these. So that's why I say, go out there and hunt for these old junk tools. You'll be surprised what you find. Find a piece of history, something that's good, used, and valuable. Not monetary value, but as in saving your time and labor. Something like this can really save you a lot of work. I use something like this to break the bolts on my head on my Tahoe. If you guys on the newer style 5.3 engines, when you tear them apart, they're not easy to go back together or tear apart. I can tell you that right now. Torque specs are just way off, especially on your torque converter or on your harmonic balancer. 167 torque pounds or something like that, 157. Let's put it this way, this skinny little boy had to stand on the bar to torque it. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, give me thumbs up, thumbs down. If you like my video, fine. If not, well, fast forward, go something else. I appreciate the ones that stayed. Like I said, I try to bring old tools back. I want to show people that you can find this stuff out there very reasonable and cheap. And when I say cheap, I mean monetary cheap, not cheap in quality. This is at this time, when this was made, this was American steel. This good quality, heavy duty. I mean, it's worth purchasing if you find something like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good day. And it's been a long weekend, so I'll go to work tomorrow. Bye.